All my life I've had a speech impediment. I stutter, and I've just always been incredibly embarrassed by it. But I feel that I have a message that people have to hear. There's a story that has to be told, not only for people who suffer from depression, but people who don't suffer from depression, who just want to help the people that they care about. It's all about changes, so many changes.
Well, we sure went through some changes in March of 2020. It felt like when we turned our clocks back for daylight savings time that we entered the twilight zone. It was kind of like a fresh start for me. I opened up to the media about my lifelong battle with depression, which led to producing a video series with the Commissioner of Mental Health, Mark O'Brien, who's a great guy, by the way. And 2020 did have its advantages. I mean, what a perfect time to learn how to be a ventriloquist. So much easier to master.
Warning.
If you have symptoms of OCD like I do, you might be shocked by this video. I noticed an unidentified white object on my black vest. I found it helpful to mentally identify this white mystery speck as a symbol that represents the fact that we all have flaws, but we need to learn how to love ourselves anyway. I digress. We have a lot to cover in a short period of time. Better get to it.
No time to lose.
Okay, then let's get to it. I think it's time to get out the adventure hat and dive into some questions. Oh, there it is.
Adventure hat.
Okay, here's a question. Is it true that if you really want to help someone who suffers from depression that you have to understand it yourself? Yes, it's true.
No time to lose.
What? I'm being timed? Okay, moving right along. Okay. Describe depression. The most time efficient or quickest way to answer this complex question is to utilize our courtroom sketch artist. Describe depression. Let me answer that with an analogy. Depression is like a vampire. It sucks your soul dry. Look, I know that we're running out of time, but this is very important.
Your brain is like a computer, and negative thoughts are like a virus. Just imagine a tall field of grass, and every time you walk through it, it forms a path. Okay, every time I go on that treadmill of negativity and repeat things in my brain like I'm a stuttering, fat, dyslexic empath with OCD, it's pretty much the pathway to depression. And when depression takes over, you feel like you're living in a jail cell that you can't walk out of because you're paralyzed by your depression. Escaping this dark pit is more like digging your way out of an overwhelming snowstorm. It's incredibly hard, but not impossible.
Back to the adventure hat. Okay. What is a mental trigger? Okay, well, that's kind of easy. A mental trigger is when you visualize a picture that interrupts a negative thought.
The most common trigger is a stop sign, but that never worked for me. So I had to personalize my triggers. When negative thoughts would try to invade my mind, I would visualize
Snagglepuss.
Heavens to hazardous, exit stage left even. Or my secret weapon, Little Richard. Woo, shut up.
No time to lose.
I didn't have enough time to talk to you about anything in detail, but when I share my lifetime experiences with depression, anxiety, and addictions, I promise to be 100% authentic and completely vulnerable. You know, I'd like to pass on something that it took me 25 years to learn. They're unorthodox techniques for nurturing, uplifting thinking. Wait a minute, that spells nut.
I guess that's why they call me Richie Derwald, the mental health nut.
It's my hair. I bought it.